Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful to all of my returning subscribers. Thank you for all the likes, comments, and shares. Thank you to anyone who's been sending in donations. You're helping this independent artist out so much. If you're new here, my name is Celtae. This will be a general reading on the collective soul, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to book a personal session with me or any of my services, including soul retrieval, soul portal portraits, channeled readings, and more, you can check out my website at celtaecreatrix.com. Without further ado, calling on my ancestors, the archangels, and the Most High, Holy Spirit, Universe, Creator, Consciousness, please allow me to channel what the viewer needs to hear for their highest good and healing, and so it is. Let's see here. I just feel called. My neighbor randomly gave me this book. It's called The Secret Language of Symbols. So let's just see. Let's open it up a certain page randomly. I just heard crack the code. So there's an octopus here, and this is so interesting. I was just in a session with a client, and the octopus spirit was present in that reading. So let's read that. The octopus, one of the commonest symbols among Mediterranean civilizations, the octopus is related to the spiral and represents the unfolding of creation from the mystic center. Along with the crab, it is sometimes associated with the astrological sign of Cancer. So somebody could be a Cancer, deep emotions, generosity. There's something about like very generous with your emotions. There's also a boat up here, and the drought of fishes, the symbol of abundance and wisdom. St. Luke's account of the miracle of drought of fishes predicts Peter's later role as a fisher of men. The net is also used as a symbol of mankind's attempts to capture enlightenment. And it's so interesting. I'll put up a picture on the screen here, but a friend of mine came back from vacation and they brought me this tapestry of a island in the ocean. Like, it's like from the perspective of somebody looking out their window, and there's like an island in the middle of the ocean, and inside next to their window is this net and two fish on the table and some shells and a cup of coffee. And it's so interesting now that I'm remembering the last reading that I did before I met that person. They gave me this tapestry. I think I channeled in the last reading about an island in the middle of the ocean, like looking out at an island in the middle of the ocean, and then they gave me this tapestry, which is exactly that. So there's something about that. So the drought of fish, the net, symbol of mankind's attempts to capture enlightenment. Trying to get it, trying to do something, to try to find it, to try to be something, to try to prove something, instead of just you are it, it is you. Instead of just accepting something or accepting a feeling, trying to do something to escape it or to capture it. Or you learn how to fish for yourself. You learn how to get something yourself. And then Jonah and the whale. The whale initially symbolized the power of the cosmic waters. Only later did it acquire negative connotations representing the jaws and belly of hell. Jonah, when swallowed by the whale, emerges 3 days later, symbolizing rebirth through spiritual conversion. So you could be experiencing some sort of rebirth. Something to do with an octopus. And then also that documentary of My Friend the Octopus or whatever. It's like a part of you coming up from the depths, and something in your heart, holding something close to your heart, forgiving yourself. Fishes and shells. It's so interesting that I opened it up at this part of the book. Fishes and shells, and then the frickin' thing that person just gave me is with fishes, shells, and a net, and an island in the ocean outside of the window. So looking out, it's like a separation between you and something that you're feeling, or something that you don't want to feel, or something that you felt for so long. You're coming to terms with a way that you felt for so long. I feel like over time, by going into these, it's like going in and out of the ocean, like going into the ocean to find something and then coming out. It's like you've taught yourself how to create abundance, how to alchemize what you're feeling and harnessing that. There's something of like you've finally crossed this threshold, and you're understanding that you have this ability to harness certain emotions, connection, through your connection to source or to spirit or to God, that you are, it's like having faith in that connection, that you are that it is you, and that something is going to pull through. Something is going to pull through for you because you're finally listening to yourself, to the synchronicities, the signs, and the signals that you've been sending yourself as the oneness that you are. You're accepting that you are that the oneness. You are accepting the oneness, that it's like you don't have to prove something. But it's like, why do I feel like you felt like you had to prove something? Or like somebody programmed into you this need to prove that you were enough, that you could do something, but then they didn't teach you how to fish. You had to teach yourself how to fish. You had to teach yourself something. Ebb and flow in reverse. You had to teach yourself how to swim in these waters, how to trust the flow of abundance. Like, there's a fear of like not trusting, but it's like you're learning how to connect with that trust, that you are the source of that trust. When you witness yourself and your needs and how you're truly feeling, when instead of like pushing away those emotions, taking trips out into the ocean to gauge what's going on underneath, to witness what you're really feeling about someone or something. Overwhelmed, that you felt overwhelmed. Rest. Nothing grows all year. Disapproval. Fearing of the disapproval of other people, that you're not amounting to something, or that you need to prove your worth. Something about being overwhelmed by what you feel other people are thinking about you, or what you feel that they're perceiving about you. Regret. Disapproval. Reflect, don't regret. There is a lesson to be learned. There's something going on. It's like you're fighting the regret, or this part of yourself that you wish that you didn't feel that way, or you didn't make somebody else feel that way. You disapprove of your own self, or you're afraid that other people disapprove of you. Overwhelmed. Ebb and flow. Connection. Like a part of you, yourself feeling lonely and resentful at yourself for where you disapprove of like a way that you feel, and then you like bottle it up inside. Self-sabotage in reverse. You're learning how to not sabotage yourself. You're coming to a full understanding of where you used to sabotage, like how you used to sabotage yourself on behalf of everybody else, or on behalf, like for an old version of you, like trying to make up for something that you went through or that happened to you, trying to make up for something. And trust. Instead of trusting that you deserve something, that you are what you think that you are, what you feel like you have to prove that you are, but you don't have to prove. You just have to be it. You just have to trust that you are what you feel that you are, or who you say that you are, by being that which you say that you are. It's like a fisherman. You fish, you know what I mean? Go out and fish. You go out, you're on the waters. Nobody taught you how to fish, though. It's like it called to you. Something called to you out of a necessity to through survival. But now it's not just about survival. It's about thriving Something about feeling unsupported, or something about people who didn't support you. Tell me about these people. How are these people feeling? There's something. Let's get some more. Here. What else is going on, Spirit? It could feel like something's coming up from the depths to be re-explored or revisited. Or maybe something just happened when you were out at sea. And now it's like, give me shelter. I'm here like, give me shelter. You're taking shelter right now. Or shelter from the storm. Shelter from the storm, roots, something to do. It's maybe you're sheltering yourself from something that's triggering safety, or that's reminding you of family, or something to do with family, something to do with how you felt in your family. Quantum thread, something is being pulled, or something is being unraveled. Something is being unraveled. Quantum thread. Gold. Quantum thread. Gold. Dismemberment. You feel like you're going through some sort of spiritual dismemberment where it's like maybe you feel like you're being pulled apart, or that's something that happened that made you feel disconnected from your sense of self-worth. Like literally like you were cut off or split off, or you felt like that you were disconnected from like your very inner stability. Gold, quantum thread. Somebody could be tugging on, there's something that's being tugged at, but yet I feel like something to do with like the middle finger, or a middle finger, or something to do with like, so your heart, or taking action, or boundaries. Somebody doesn't like your boundaries. There's something about feeling someone else's guilt or energy at how you've shifted. Disbelief. Somebody is in disbelief at how you've shifted, or how you're shifting, or how you're showing up for yourself right now. And there's this thread in the quantum realm it's like almost emotionally mature. So your emotional maturity is making somebody feel a certain way. Paradox. Emotionally mature, paradox. It's like maybe like you are doing something because it's like you are more emotionally mature than you ever have been, but then there is a part of you that's like a thread that's being pulled that's like trying to trigger emotional maturity, or you see yourself vacillating in between, back and forth in between a certain way of acting and like a way that you used to act, in a way that like it's like contradictory to the person that you're becoming, or like the life that you want, but then you're noticing that someone's wanting to give you energy, but it's like there's something resisting accepting it, and yet there's a part of you that wants to accept it, or that wants to make it okay, or make it right. Something is like a pattern of like trying to make it right, something about infantilization for somebody, not for everybody. Something about Can we get some more information, Spirit, about these people? Somebody is in disbelief. The 80s. This person could have been born in the 80s. You could have been born in the 80s. Something about 80s music. Somebody has an 80s hairstyle, or I'm hearing that song, these moonlight desires haunt me, they haunt me. Inner child. These moonlight desires haunt me. You already know why you are seeking outside confirmation, something that happened when you were a child, or something about your inner child feeling disconnected from your inner child, or something is triggering your inner child, but you're transmuting it or alchemizing it into gold. Your inner child is trying to get your attention through something that's physically expressing itself in your body, or showing up on your body, or happening within your body, or a sensation that you're feeling is like is your inner child pulling on a gold thread, wanting you to pay attention. Dream body, wanting you to pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the symbolism in your dreams. Energetic cord, confirmation, because something is infringing on your boundaries, and it's showing you where you still feel guilt for having your own boundaries. True love, or where you still feel some sort of like you feel guilt for experiencing something that somebody else hasn't experienced or didn't get to experience. Somebody's trying to make you feel guilt for something that you shouldn't feel guilty for, or guilty for loving yourself, because somebody is guilty that they could never love you. Somebody is guilty that they are not in love, or that they couldn't love you, or somebody is guilty. I'm getting that song. I'm not a perfect person. So many things I wish I didn't do, but I'll continue learning. And the reason is you. I found the reason for me to change who I used to be. A reason to start over new, and the reason is you. Maybe even you starting over new. The reason is yourself. The reason is your own inner child. You're not a perfect person. Maybe you hurt yourself, you hurt other people, but it's because you are hurting and you're giving yourself that compassion. The reason is you, that you deserve love. You already know why you're seeking outside confirmation about someone who betrayed you, someone in the spiritual community who betrayed you. You're seeking outside confirmation because they weren't truly loving you, because somebody didn't know how to truly love themselves. So somebody could have taken advantage of you. Saturn, structure, restriction, discipline, responsibility. Through whatever structures you've been putting into place, or something to do with like you taking responsibility for something, or it's like maybe you're getting disciplined or you're getting your act together. There's some sort of abundance of money coming in for somebody. Or it's like you have some sort of ambition and maybe you're worrying that it's not going to bring something in for you, but it will. Because your intention, you're doing something because you love this thing, or because you want to spread love, or you want to support the ones that you love, because everything is about your intention. So it's like getting clear of like, my intention is to be responsible for myself, to love myself, to show up for myself, to show up for other people, to Flame Keeper, she who carries the first fire, guardian of endings and sacred heat, burning away illusion, initiates transformation through destruction. So dismemberment. So you've gone through some sort of, or someone wants to catch you. Someone wants to catch you in their net, or someone's tugging on something. Fantasy. Someone's fantasizing about you, or someone truly loves you. I'm not a perfect person. Fantasy, or something that you're fantasizing about creating. You should create it instead of fantasizing about it, but you're afraid because you're afraid that you're not going to be good enough. But Spirit wants you to just create it. Paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Somebody paved right over. Somebody doesn't like what they created by hurting you, or somebody has realized that they should have never tried to control you, or to box you in, or to control you. There's something about controlling. It's like they feel like they paved paradise and put up a parking lot. parking lot. Something's just a placeholder, or you're not a placeholder, or you felt like a placeholder, or somebody thought that they could just, something about like somebody thought that they could just, there's something about somebody felt like it was going to be one thing, but then they discovered that you were more than they thought, and that you were offering the thing that they wanted most deep within, but something wasn't meant to happen. Like somebody from the past is thinking about you. 5th house, the house of pleasure. Like someone's thinking about you, someone's fantasizing about you. But the thing is like, I feel like what Spirit wants to say is like, fantasize about what you want to bring into your life. That's what you should be focusing on. Window. Someone's looking out the window and fantasizing about you, or somebody's listening to songs in their car and thinking about you. Someone's listening to a specific song and like thinking about you, maybe an 80s song. Someone's sitting in a chair by the window. Okay, I can't help but like, I always see mermaids when I see this picture, okay? It's like, I feel like I'm really connected to mermaids. And there's like a net in this picture. Like, I don't even eat seafood. That's how much, like, it just disgusts me, seafood, for me, personally. There's something about, like, I don't know, somebody... I don't know, somebody just couldn't capture you. I don't know, somebody's sitting in their chair by a window, you guys, seriously. Somebody's sitting in their chair by a window, listening to a song and thinking about you. Alchemical fire, because it's like somebody can sense there are people. I'm not a perfect person. I found the reason for me to change who I used to be. A reason to start over new, and the reason is you. Somebody could want to turn a new leaf. Alchemical fire, they feel that it's like they feel you sharpening your sword, or that you've sharpened your sword, that you've put your sword back together in this fire, that you've called your power back, that now you protect yourself now. There are people who feel that you can protect yourself now in a way, or that you see something clearly for what it is, or see someone, a group of people, or a specific person. I see this thing of like somebody closing their eyes, but also like wanting to look at you, but then also closing your eyes, wanting to look away, but then can't looking away. They can't look away, but they're watching, but they don't want to, but they can't look away. Or it's like they're looking away, but they still feel something in their third eye. They still feel something going on in the quantum realm of this alchemical fire that's happening, where you're taking everything that they put you through, or everything that happened between you and these people, or you and this specific person, whatever resonates with you. It's like the broken pendulum, distorted time. You are reliving something. Find the anchor. This person feels that you found the anchor that was what they did to you, and what they tried to give to you that wasn't even yours to carry. It was weighing you down. They feel that you've unanchored yourself, that you sharpened your sword in this alchemical fire, and you broke the chain attaching you to this anchor. And now you're in shelter, now that you know how to protect yourself, you know how to love yourself. You're triggering their demons. So it's like they're looking at you, but how does this person feel? Are there people, you're triggering people's demons because you know your worth. There are people who are in disbelief because it's like, I don't know, they're trying to demonize the fact that you're now protecting yourself. They're trying to demonize your clarity. They're trying to demonize. It's like there's something that I'm picking up on where it's like this person, it's like somebody's like, well, yeah, they're this and they're that, like, or yeah, they're doing well, but something, but. It's like something about they have to give you props, but there's always a but present. It's like they're, Just a second. Alienation. These people could have alienated you. Tell me more about these people, Spirit. These people watching the collective. Anger, okay. Because you're triggering their demons. They're angry at themselves. Self-sabotage, where they sabotage the connection, or you didn't self-sabotage yourself because you're not. Confirmation burp, self-rejection. Somebody feels that you rejected them or you walked away from somebody. There's something about like you're so present with yourself and your emotions. Your power. It's your power is triggering these people's demons. Your light, your authenticity, your honesty, your connection to your integrated shadow is triggering their demons. Their anger, there's something of like someone, there's something about somebody who used to be able to make you feel guilty. But then it's like you can see it, but then you're not owning it. You're not taking it and making it yours or making it your responsibility because you know your worth. So it's someone's like projecting, there's someone who's like projecting something onto you, like some sort of archetype where it's like, because you're abundant or you have this abundance of love or energy or you're nurturing yourself, you're giving yourself love. And then it's like somebody who wants something. There's something of like, I don't know. It's like you could feel an annoyance because you feel like someone doesn't respect what you're giving or what you can give or what you're offering. Shame. Someone feels, it's like someone trying to make, it's like displace their shame onto you because they feel a shame that makes them feel like they don't love themselves. Like there's something about your boundaries or your sword or your clarity or your ability to protect your emotions or protect yourself, or a boundary about your own self-worth. Like you know your self-worth now. You could be triggering other people who don't feel disapproval, who feel like they don't know their worth, or it's like somebody could be trying to make you feel like you're not worth something, but it's because it makes that, it's triggering, you're triggering somebody's demon, basically. These people could have made you feel rejected or alienated you or wanted to make you feel rejected. These people are shocked. Anger, shock, self-sabotage. They're shocked that you didn't self-sabotage yourself. They're shocked that you're continuing to heal yourself. They're shocked that you saw through their deception and you chose to withdraw. I want to know more. What's going on, Spirit? Tell me more about these people. So tell me more about your triggering their demons. Tell me more about your triggering their demons. I feel like the veil, they see through you, they know that you see through the veil, or it's like the veil is completely ripped off. You're not owning the story that even they are your enemies, because you see everyone as a reflection of the divine. Everyone is God and everything is God. So it's like they're not even your enemies. It's like you see what even makes them want to be your enemy, like the role of your enemy, the role of like being in opposition to you is because there's something that where they're in opposition to something within themselves that makes them want to come up against you to make you feel a certain way, to try to focus. It's like someone's just like focusing on you, but they don't want to. And like someone misses you, but doesn't want to admit it. So that's someone, so you're triggering someone's demons. They miss you, but they don't want to admit it because they don't want to admit that by hurting you, they hurt themselves. Someone misses your energy, but they don't want to admit at like what led to you having to pull back your energy. They don't want to admit. They feel angry at you, but it's actually they're angry at a part of themselves that like, and like you could be angry at this person, but you're actually angry at a part of yourself that let someone take something from you that you felt like that you had to give it to prove that you were worthy. A call to adventure keeps on coming up. I feel like it's this thing like that you feel like you can't accept the adventure, or like that you're worried. There's something of like trusting the adventure. Trust this adventure, trust this new adventure, trust your abilities that you've honed. You've honed your abilities, you're continuing to hone your skills. Trust what's coming through. You need to trust yourself, you need to trust God. You are God, everything is God. You know what I mean? God is within you. The synchronicities are you. The spirit guides are you. The archangels are a part of you. Poking the bear. Someone misses you but doesn't want to admit it. Triggering their demons. Poking the bear. Somebody wants to poke you or to make you feel a certain way, but it's because you trigger their demons. So like they want to make you upset. They want to make you feel unsafe. They want to provoke you. Somebody wants to provoke you. Gold within. Gold within. But it's actually every time that these people tried to provoke you to feel badly about yourself, to every time that someone's tried to provoke your anger over your entire life, every time that someone's rejected you without cause, every time that somebody tried to alienate you and come up against you with a bunch of people and make other people disapprove of you so that you felt that disapproval, it's like it actually helped you turn it all into wisdom. And it's like, I feel like it's like you're shocking people with that, with like how you've spun their deceit, their their deception, their conniving energy, their envious energy, like wanting to pull you down. Now you've spun that into gold because you recognize that it's like you recognize the lesson in that shadow of what they were reflecting back to you about yourself. And in the ways that you came up against yourself, that you got in your own way, that those feelings and those limiting beliefs of feeling like you had to compare yourself to other people when really you just have to be yourself. You belong to the earth and sky. You are one with the universe. To be yourself is the only purpose you need. To love yourself, to... Okay, someone drums. Maybe someone's a drummer or a heartbeat. Love, love is a verb. Love is a doing word. Teardrop in the flower. Roommate. Someone's roommate's into you, or someone's roommate, or somebody who you used to be roommates with, or someone who you share a house with, or someone misses you or misses an energy or something that you used to do for them, but so someone's roommate is like stalking you or checking up on you. They miss you but don't want to admit it, or it's like they feel how much you've alchemized and it makes them feel a certain way. Forgiveness. Someone's roommate wants their forgiveness, or someone that you had a relationship with, or like someone that you had some sort of connection with. I don't feel like it ended very well. Someone wants your forgiveness because someone is just now seeing that they didn't treat you properly, or someone is realizing that they projected something onto you when they were around you, and now they're starting to understand something from a different point of view, or they're seeing you in a different light. Because I feel like you're revealing the truth, or you've revealed the truth about yourself, or you are starting to be, you've literally torn the mask off your own face, and someone didn't know something, but now they do. Someone didn't really. So someone's roommate wants your forgiveness. Someone judged you for something that they didn't understand, or they didn't know where you were coming from, but now they know. Someone knows that you were right. Now someone understands that you were right about something, and that it's like someone's realizing their own shadow and they want your forgiveness, but they're not admitting it. Guardian self, guilty. They feel guilty. It's like seeing you now protecting yourself and standing in your power, seeing you like with this sharpened sword that you created through walking through hell, through experiencing so much pain and betrayal, heartbreak, childhood trauma, you name it, whatever it is. Somebody is realizing, I don't know, somebody realizes something that they didn't know before, or they didn't understand something, and now something is teaching them something, or someone is helping them understand something. Guardian self of like, someone's seeing you now protect yourself, and it makes them feel bad. The fact that you had to protect yourself from someone, or now someone realizes that you walked away to protect yourself, that you didn't walk away. There are people who are understanding that you walked away to protect yourself and not to hurt them or to play a game with them. They're realizing that you walked away to protect yourself and that they projected a story onto you that wasn't actually you. So somebody's realizing that they didn't actually see you at all. That you walked away to protect yourself, not because you thought that you were better than them, not because you wanted to hurt them, not because you wanted to control them, not because you wanted them to be beneath you, but because you wanted to be an equal with them, because you wanted love, because you wanted to be seen, and you recognized that they were not showing you that they cared, they were not showing you love, that they were actually hurting you, and they were a part of a cycle. So someone is feeling guilty and ashamed because they're seeing you now protect yourself, and they're realizing that they didn't protect you when they were around you, that they actually hurt you. Like, this is very heavy energy, a house of cards. So someone's house of cards is falling. So people in the past who hurt you, like a group of people, the house of cards is falling. They're in a bind. Someone did a binding spell on you or something. This has been coming up. But they've bound themselves to understand, like, how they hurt you through trying to do that, because like somebody saw you in a certain light and projected a story of the past onto you when that wasn't who you are or why you did what you did. There's something about that. Or someone is in a bind because a house of cards is falling. There are people who are watching you who are from the past. Harry Potter, destiny. They're watching you step into your destiny. They're watching you. It's like all the people in the Harry Potter series who turned away from him when he was trying to let everybody know that Voldemort was coming back, and then they all laughed at him, or they all said that he was the dark one, you know what I mean? That he was the one who was in the wrong when he was just speaking the truth. So there are people who are realizing that they turned away from you, that they laughed at you, that they mocked you, that they hurt you when you were really going through an entire battle with a Voldemort-like energy that wanted to kill you, or a part of yourself that wanted to end you because of trauma that you went through, CPTSD, where it's like somebody is realizing somebody's house of cards is falling. Somebody has like a nervous twitch, or like, I don't know, my freaking leg is shaking. Shatter the illusion must break. Rust. Someone's getting rusty. Or something is... Something about the Tin Man. Something about like the Tin Man and the Wizard of Oz. Like, he has no heart, but he does have a heart. Someone has a huge heart. They're getting rusty. Shatter. The illusion must break. Someone is like, was trying to be like, I don't care about you. I don't care that I hurt you. I don't care that you left my life. I don't care that I hurt you. I don't care that we broke up. I don't care that we're not friends anymore. I don't care that you walked away. But someone is like, the illusion is shattering. The illusion that they're okay. The illusion that they didn't care. The illusion that they didn't love you. The illusion that they weren't guilty. The illusion that they told themselves that they didn't have to feel guilty for hurting you or for what they did. Somebody's house of cards that they thought that they could hide in this house of cards, hide from themselves, hide from their emotions. The illusion is shattering because they see that you're here for a reason, that you've gone through something. I feel like Harry Potter, like you went through something. It's like, I don't know, you've transmuted something so dark from your childhood that like people didn't even know what you were doing. They didn't even know. But it's because maybe they only saw whatever they saw, like, oh, Harry Potter, you're famous. It's like people didn't even, I don't know. Or you're the chosen one. It's like, yeah, but like, which you guys know that I don't even like that word. I think that everyone is chosen because everyone is, and everything is God and spirit. So, and we choose ourselves. That's healing is choosing yourself, choosing to love yourself, choosing to heal yourself, choosing to believe in yourself, choosing to overcome the patterns, the illusions of the confines of the past, the patterns in your mind. But there's something of like, it's like, I don't know, chosen one. Did I choose this? Did I choose this before I came here? Or did I know that this was going to happen? Or did I just know that something was going to happen? Or did anybody know that something happened? Or did they only see what they saw, what they wanted to see, what they projected onto me because they didn't see something within themselves or within their past that they didn't know that had happened? So they couldn't really be there for me or see me or take care of me or understand what I was going through or how I felt or what I had gone through to become the person that I am, or to get the things that I've ever gotten. I had to go through hell and back. There's something about that. Fret. Somebody is worrying about something because an illusion is shattering. Maybe a group of people, it's like they created this illusion around you, but it's like you're Harry Potter and it's like, okay, Voldemort is back. You know what I mean? Where they're like, oh, Harry Potter's a liar. When Harry was like, guys, Voldemort is alive. And then everyone was like, you're crazy. You're evil. And then it's like, oh, wait, no, he was right. And he's not evil. Like, that's kind of what's going on right now with a group of people. There's something about healing others with music. If somebody is a musician, you're meant to help heal others with music. You need to believe that your intention, you are spirit itself. So it's your intention of what you put into the music. That is what is healing. And it's also healing yourself at the same time. So you creating music to heal other people, it's also for you to heal yourself, to hear yourself, to feel yourself, to feel your own frequency, to move through these emotional waters that are within you that need a place to be poured into. You need to pour your soul into a creation or into something or into your music and let it be what it is. Let it be whatever it is. You don't have to, nothing has to be perfect. You are enough. You are enough just as you are. But somebody was always there trying to make you feel like you weren't enough. You weren't good enough. You weren't good enough for them to stay. You weren't good enough for them to try. You weren't good enough for them to just do the common decency thing. Earth sign, some sort of earth sign. You could be an earth sign, or that's confirmation for somebody. Some earth sign really hurt you in your heart. Soot. It's like soot. Truth seer. Black sun. Waiting room. Limbo, pre-destiny, anchor. You're in this waiting room, right? Okay? And it's like this anchor, whether you've already found it or whether it's like you're still digesting it. You're still digesting what this anchor has been. Was kept you tethered to the past or kept you stuck in this loop of this feeling, these constant overwhelming feelings like that you don't deserve joy, that you don't deserve love. Black sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain, black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come, wash away the rain. Keys keeps on coming up. Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? Black sun. Let me just see. A surreal dreamscape. Black hole sun, born from a misheard news anchor phrase, emphasizing impressionistic imagery and playing with words rather than concrete narrative. However, listeners widely interpret the song through the themes of depression, societal dissatisfaction, the superficiality of life, and a desire for something to wash away the pain. Truth seer. Anchor. Wash away the pain. Something's keeping you anchored in that pain. Like that's your story. Or that's what you deserve. Or someone is anchored in the past at the pain that they put onto you. Someone can't let go of you. This is I don't know, guys. Okay? Someone is having a hard time letting go of you. But then it's like, okay, so then you feel it. But then it's like, you're also letting go of them. Because I feel like they're coming up into your energy, or you kind of feel them, or you feel them coming through songs. your inner anima or animus, like a part of you that you're kind of learning how to sit with this part of you at what they represent, of what they did to you, of how they hurt you, and how it reflects back of like where you learned how to hurt yourself on behalf of everybody else, or where you didn't know how to take care of yourself, you didn't know how to stand up for yourself, you didn't know that you were worth anything, so you felt like you had to prove to everyone that you were worth something. And then it like somebody took advantage of that. There's somebody who feels guilty for taking advantage because now they see that you are in this energy, that you are a star. Some of you are like, you're becoming known for something, or it's like you're in this shining, you're in this energy, you're exuding an energy. Somebody can feel in the quantum realm, okay, within their soul and spirit, because they're still tethered to this anchor, this guilt, okay? What is this guilt? I want to know. Disappointment. Somebody's disappointed in themselves at how they treated you, at how things panned out, or how they felt disappointed by you that you weren't going to be a people pleaser to them, that instead you decided to walk away. You broke a cycle, depression in reverse, because you knew that staying in something was just going to lead to deepen a depression. Or somebody is this anchor, somebody is in disbelief. There are people who are in disbelief of where you are at, your energy, this star energy, this abundance of love that you have for yourself, that you're showing yourself, that you're showing the world, that you are exuding this energy out into the quantum. And there's somebody who can feel your transformation, who can feel this alchemical fire. They can see the fire off in the distance. Guys, somebody is looking at you from their window of their soul. They're sitting in their house in the window of their soul, and they're looking out at you at this island, or it's vice versa. You're looking out at someone, give me shelter. They're out on an island by themselves. I feel like it's like you've already gotten yourself to shelter. You learned how to build a house yourself, or you've built something yourself. You built this foundation for yourself. Somebody's still out on an island, or I don't know. I hear scanning your soul. There's someone scanning your soul, feeling your soul. Give me some more information, Spirit. Feeling nostalgic, confirmation, salt and pepper. Somebody could have salt and pepper in their hair. The storm caller. Someone can feel like you feel the storm that's going on, but I feel like you're in a shelter. You're in the eye of a storm. You're moving through a storm, yet you're solid. You're moving through a storm, yet you're solid. There's something happening within you and without, but there's something of like tempering something within yourself, because you understand something differently, because you understand the weight of something is no longer yours to carry. The weight of other people's guilt that they used to hand off to you as this anchor that would drown you in a certain emotion to keep you in a certain frequency so that they could feel comfortable about themselves and feel superior to you. There are people from your past, there's a coworker from your past that's checking up on you, and they always felt superior to you. They looked down on you, they talked about you behind your back, they pathologized your emotions, they didn't understand you, and they're feeling that they were arrogant towards you, and they're ashamed of how they treated you and how they dishonored you and how they spoke about you to other people, how they foot in their mouth. Somebody feels like it's like their foot is in their mouth because they said things about you. They shouldn't have done that. Somebody feels they regret how they treated you. Travel. Can we get more information about this person, this tin man, or these tin people? Like, do they have a heart? I don't know. I feel like they're discovering that they do have a heart, that it's not all about appearances or robotic or being a certain way robotically. Triumph. They're seeing you triumph. So there are people from your past who are seeing you triumph. It's like a storm for them. Or you're sheltered from the storm. But it's like it's creating a storm for other people from your past. Because it's like these people there's people who like, they're upset at your evolution. They're upset at your strength. They're upset that you have accepted your shadow and there's someone who's like swears that you haven't changed. because they're seeing you as how they remember you, as how they need to remember you to fit their narrative of the story so that they don't have to see themselves. And so you shining your light and shining authentically, and that acceptance, that frequency of acceptance within yourself is shining a light and triggering their demon of like where they haven't accepted something about themselves and a story that they painted you to be a certain way, that that's not who you are, and they feel that other people are seeing that that is not who you are. Heartbreak. Someone is heartbroken at your triumph. Somebody is heartbroken at your triumph. Somebody feels that they should have been more grateful to you while you were around. I want to know more, Spirit. Triumph and heartbreak. Like someone has to sit there. It's a storm for someone because they have to sit with why do they feel, if they loved you or if they ever loved you, why do they feel heartbroken at the fact that you're happy? Why do they feel heartbroken at the fact that you're triumphing at something? Because they didn't want you to triumph. Because then it would have made them feel a certain way. It would make them feel how they're feeling right now. Voyager. Somebody wants to like go on a voyage, or somebody's going on a voyage to discover someone, or someone's starting their journey because of like this heartbreak that they feel at you being happy. It's like making someone feel like generous. They should have been more generous to you. Timing in reverse. Someone's like, it wasn't the right timing. I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to go on that journey with this person, and now I feel like I missed out because I see that the journey that they chose to take, that I could have chosen to take with this person, or I could have chosen differently. I could have chosen to just love and accept this person for who they were and to support them and just let them be themselves and just focus on being myself instead of trying to turn other people against this person, or instead of bad mouthing this person, instead of completely judging this person, turning away from this person. Someone's guilty that they turned away from you when you needed them the most. Someone feels like they should have been more generous to you before you experienced this triumph. Someone is like, it wasn't the right time. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings. Someone's like spinning around. Someone has IBS, adaptability. Someone's seen your adaptability. Someone who arrogantly assumed things about you, about your intelligence. They thought that you were naive. They thought that you weren't really that sharp. They thought that because you were kind and you were open-hearted that you didn't see how they really felt about you behind the scenes. Someone's feeling embarrassed because they know that you're a truth seer, and they know that you see the unspoken things that people keep hidden. And it's like someone feels embarrassed because they didn't think that you were ever going to be able to achieve something, but it's like you're proving your own adaptability, that you adapted to their absence, that you adapted to the pain that they inflicted upon you, that you adapted to their tactics to try to control you, abuse you, misuse you, leave you out, scapegoat you. It's like that you were aware of everything. Someone's realizing that you were aware of everything. Disappointment. Someone is disappointed that you overcame something. Someone is disappointed that you've changed. It makes them feel like a disappointment. It makes them feel disappointed in themselves. Anxiety. Someone is in a lot of anxiety for the things that they said to 3 other people. Somebody said something to 3 other people and they're embarrassed. Or there are 3 people who are embarrassed and 1 person who's just avoiding you altogether, or 1 person that just... There's 3 people who are embarrassed, and one of those, or one or a different person. I don't know what I'm channeling, but there's 3 people who are embarrassed and feeling all of these feelings, and then there's 1 person who's like just completely pretending like you don't exist, or trying to pretend like you don't exist, but this person is in crisis. Somebody is in crisis, or there are people in crisis. It's like they're in crisis and something is coming into order for you. Something is panning out. Something is like working out for you, or will be working out for you. And it's like it's causing a crisis for somebody else within themselves. Something is overflowing. What emotion is overflowing, Spirit? Clarify crisis. Envy. A crisis of envy. There's people who are in a crisis because of their envy that they feel about your life, about who you are, about how you look, about how you sound, about how you've healed, about how confident you are. They're trying to create order by trying to control the narrative of you still a little bit. Somebody's still trying to pain, because instead of facing their own pain at their own envy of how they feel about a reflection of themselves who's happy, how they feel about something that they wish that they had. You have something that somebody wishes that they have. And they feel like they're at a crisis point within themselves at how they feel seeing you happy. How else do they feel? Clarify crisis. There are people, guilt. There is a crisis going on. As things come into order for you, or as Spirit is showing them the truth about you, about who you are, about why you came into their life, about like what you are really reflecting back to them, because you're loving yourself so much. You're in that frequency of self-love. You are literally a mirror for somebody who is looking into your life, peering into your life. They want to look away. Somebody's like trying to shut their eyes or trying to avert their eyes, but then they still are looking at you, or they pretend like they don't, or they resent you, they envy your life. Somebody is in a crisis. They're having all these emotions and these feelings there are 3 people who are realizing that one person manipulated them against you to feel a certain way because of their envy. Or there is a group of people who is realizing that they treated you a certain way because of their envy. This is why they treated you that way, because they didn't want you to believe in yourself. They didn't want you to love yourself. They wanted you to feel guilty for being... It's like somebody feels that you're no longer feeling guilty for loving yourself, because you don't have to, because you want everyone to be happy. You want everyone to learn how to love themselves. You give love freely out into the universe. You're such a generous person. You're such a kind and compassionate person. And there are people who are facing the fact that you were kind, you were compassionate, you showed up for them, you showed up as yourself. And because of their own envy, they acted in a way that they don't like about themselves. So they're being faced with their own shadow, the shadow that you face through them, through the reflection that was them, that was actually a reflection of yourself and your own envy or your own jealousy, or where your own limiting beliefs that created that envy of like when you saw another person have something that you want that you don't have yet. It's like that limiting belief of like that I'm not good enough, that I couldn't have that. And then you didn't like that about yourself. You didn't like those feelings within yourself about how you felt that way, that you felt, or that I feel like you guys didn't act on it. I feel like you guys never acted on it, because that's the thing, is like you were always self-aware enough to be like, that's a me thing. But still, you didn't like that. You don't like those feelings within yourself, but you've learned to embrace them just as a guidepost to be like, you know what? Wait a second. That's a limiting belief. I'm like, no, good for them. Let's focus on me now. Let's take all of that energy that is my love, that is spirit itself. Let's focus all that energy with my mind, which is my tool. My mind is my tool. My mind is my ship, and my soul is the compass. My soul directs the ship. Okay, my soul says that I want to do this thing, that I believe in myself. My soul says that I believe in myself, even if everybody else told me. These people didn't want you to believe in yourself. These people talked about you. These people laughed about you. These people pathologized your pain. They pathologized your trauma. They looked down on you. And now it's like they're really sitting with themselves and the fact that they're anxious, they're feeling envious, they're being left with the fact that it's like they're envious of your life or something that you have, or the fact that you're happy, or that you've been healing, or that you've changed. You're not the same person. So somebody feels guilty. They're in a crisis. There are people who feel guilty. They're in crisis because they feel guilty for the fact that of what they did to you. I want to know, what did they do to the collective? What do they do to the collective, Spirit? They manipulated you. They talked behind the magician in reverse. They manipulated you. They pretended to be your friend. They talked behind your back. They talked about you behind your back. They pretended to support you, but then they lied to you. They pretended to support you, but they weren't really supporting you. I'm hearing they broke your heart. They pretended to be something that they weren't willing to be, that they weren't ready to be, that they weren't wanting to show up that way. They resented something that you had. Also, for somebody that was in a relationship, it's like they resented a mistake that you made before you even were with them. But it's like they made the same mistake. But because they couldn't face the mirror of their own mistake and accept themselves, that they couldn't accept you. They couldn't let you off the hook. Somebody wanted to capture you. They didn't want to love you. They wanted to control you and capture you like a mermaid. They wanted to capture you. They tried to affect your stability. They tried to affect your foundation. They tried to make you feel like you weren't good enough, like that you weren't ready for something, that you weren't, it's like they tried to stop your, because they saw that you were moving forward. Somebody made a mountain out of a molehill. Somebody made a mountain out of a molehill. Somebody withheld something from you. Somebody withheld support. Somebody withheld care. Somebody withheld love. Somebody withheld attention. Somebody withheld on purpose to make you feel like you didn't deserve it, to make you feel like that you weren't good enough, because they felt, because something that you were doing or how you are made them felt like that they weren't good enough. So they wanted to be in control of how you felt. So they wanted to make you feel like you're not good enough. Somebody did weird things behind the scenes, like that you didn't see what they were doing, that they were actually like subtly attacking you, or that it's something about passive aggression. Somebody like passive aggressive shots, constant passive aggression, as if you didn't feel that, but then they took you as like as if you were naive, like that you didn't kind of see exactly what they were doing. No, you just wanted to. You were programmed to take that your whole life. You were programmed to take that treatment your whole life until you decide to deprogram yourself, King of Swords, until you were like, I see this clearly. I'm going to trust what I see, because I'm putting a lot of work into this, but I feel like there are people who are on purpose not putting in the work to meet me halfway because they don't want to, but then they want to pretend. Somebody wanted to pretend to get something that they wanted. But then you walked away, basically. Somebody tried to capture you in a net, and it just didn't work. Instead, you were like a mermaid. You went down, you found this anchor. The sun reversed, like literally like the shadow, you guys, like things are happening where it's like something's falling apart. The house of cards, like the 3 of coins in reverse. Somebody has seen you heal from their betrayal, from societal betrayal, from social betrayal, from... Somebody tried to socially annihilate your character. Socially annihilate your spirit and your belief in yourself and your belief in your own worth, but it's because you reflected back to them something that they felt that they were disconnected from within themselves, and they pretended to be something that you were naturally, that you were connected with that in your soul, and then so your authenticity shone a light on a place within themselves where they don't feel authentic because they haven't allowed themselves to feel something, to unanchor themselves, to be able to swim freely or something for somebody. So someone's seen you heal from a social situation. You went in the hermit and you found yourself. You found the truth. And there are people who are feeling guilty. There are people who, it's like literally your Queen of Swords energy. People are just like, I don't know. See, they're trying to demonize like the fact that you're clear about something. The fact that it's like you were overly giving. It's giving, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. It's giving that. It's like, okay, so I was too loving and then you mocked me for that, or you thought that I was weak, or you thought that you didn't respect me, and now that I respect myself, now I'm evil. Now that you can't use me, now that you can't take advantage of me, now that I'm not people-pleasing to try to get you to love me or to see me or to think that I'm cool enough for you, to think that I'm good enough for you to take seriously, to think that I'm like good enough for you to treat with respect when I'm not being respected. So I leave. I'm going to take my Ace of Wands and I'm going to go out on my own. So something that someone's working on, it's not working out for somebody or for a group of people. Something that they're working on or that they've been trying to get off the ground, it's just not working. Because there's something that they're not addressing where they don't love themselves. There's something that they're not addressing within themselves where they don't love themselves. and to see something work out for you because of your own self-love and the own work that you've put into loving yourself. They're trying to demonize you because the Two of Coins, because something's coming together for you. The King of Wands. They see that you're powerful, that you're protecting your inner child. So somebody's like, what's going to happen to me? Something next. Something next. Something is an illusion. Something. It's like they're like looking at you. They see your power. They see this foundation that you've created. And there are people who are like trying to like cast aspersions about you in their own mind. Like, oh, well, see, this is what I was saying before. It's like, yeah, well, that's good for them. But this is how they acted in the past. But this is, you know what I mean? They're trying to like run away from themselves. They're trying to like find a way to blame something on you. They're trying to find something wrong with you so that they don't feel whatever they feel is wrong about their own behavior, whatever is out of alignment within themselves. They're trying to pick you apart. Somebody from your past who's an old friend of yours is watching you, and they're just trying to pick you apart. They're trying to pick you apart. They're trying to pick you apart because they don't want to feel something that they feel. Whatever they see in you, whatever you mirror back to them, they don't want to feel it. What is this old friend from the past feeling, Spirit? Can we get some clarity, some confirmation? What does this old friend from the past who's watching the collective feel? Something about their self-esteem. They see that you love yourself now. It's like maybe they knew you back when you had low self-esteem. Maybe they're dealing with low self-esteem. Maybe they think that you're like, it's like they're projecting something onto you. They were arrogant to you, or they were cocky because of their own low self-esteem, and then seeing you truly love yourself and have a confidence born from dragging yourself across the floors of hell. That's confidence that you got from going through hell, from being torn down again and again, from getting up even though you had knives in your back. There's somebody who, it's like, resents your courage to be yourself. They're trying to like make something wrong with you, but it's like because of somewhere where they feel something inside about their own lack of self-worth or self-esteem. They feel it's like someone loves you, but they hate that, they fear this love that you have for yourself, or that there's something about that there's a fear. They feel fear. You bring up fear for this friend from the past about their own worth, of where they don't love themselves, where they don't feel worthy. The fear that they're not enough, the fear that they didn't amount to anything, the fear that they hurt you, that they looked down on you, and that they put you beneath them, that they treated you like you were beneath them, like that somebody like wasn't there for you, somebody didn't want to understand you, somebody who was always. What else did this friend from the past feel, Spirit? Anger at you, but it's like they won't let go of an anger at you. It's reflecting back something where they're angry at themselves. Why is this person angry at the collective? Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. They're angry at you for making them feel. It's like they blame you for feeling a certain way about themselves, and then that it's like that they self-sabotage themselves, so it's like they're projecting something onto you as if you're the reason. This is what I'm saying, as if you're the one that's withholding the love that you have for yourself from them, when they were actually somebody who withheld love and presence from you when you needed it. And there's something of like they withheld their own love from themselves, and seeing you give that love to yourself and choose love and acceptance for yourself, they feel like you're withholding something from them, or that it's your fault that they don't feel something for themselves. Somebody is depressed, but then they deny that they're depressed. They deny that that's what they feel. They deny where they deceive themselves. I don't know. Some friend from the past is like, it's a mystery. You're a mystery to them. They don't understand you anymore. It's like they feel like somebody doesn't feel like they never knew you. Somebody feels like you're fake because you're so different from how you used to be. It's like they feel that there's something you must be fake, but it's like it's because you're so authentic now that it's like you ripped off the mask that was actually the curated version of you, that you wore that mask to be loved, or to get love, to receive love, to people please, to feel safe. But it's like they fear the fact that you are not fearing not being safe anymore, because you know that safety is in and of itself is an illusion, and the only safety is your own love and trust of yourself. So there's something about your change. It's like this, it's like they feel like they went the wrong way, or they were somebody feels like they were misdirected about you. They feel like they went in the wrong direction because seeing you change, seeing you break away from being a people pleaser. They're skeptical. This is why I'm saying they're skeptical of who you are. They're skeptical so that they won't have to feel their grief of who you have become and who they feel like they haven't become, or who they thought that you were, or who they cast you as in the eyes of other people, or who they needed you to be for their own story, for them to feel better about themselves. Can we just close out this reading for the collective? I'm hearing that song again. I'm not a perfect person. There's many things I wish I didn't do, but I'll continue learning. I wish that I didn't do those things to you. Something before I go, and I just want you to know. Guilt. Somebody feels guilty. Reveal, because it's like you're revealing something to these people or about themselves. Something has been revealed to them about who you are deep within. Space, having space from you, you're taking up space now. May your heart and your scope expand. You're taking up space now. You're not shrinking because of guilt or because of low self-esteem. You're taking up space without shame, and it's bringing up you're alive. Somebody, it's like something about, it's like you're alive. You survived. Your soul, your spark, your love, your confidence, it's alive. It didn't die out in the fray. I don't know why I heard that. Just to close out this reading for the collective. Wild. It's this wild energy. Wild woman, wild man, triggering where they have their own colonized parts of their minds and their soul. Maybe they resent where they want to rewild. They want to rewild. Something is coming alive for somebody in their heart for you that they thought that they had shut it off. But there's like, release the Kraken, like it's coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's something is awakening love. Their love for who you are, for the love that they felt, loved you. They loved you. But something happened where someone was triggered, and it's like they felt like that they had to turn away from you, or they acted like they didn't love you. They acted like they didn't care. But somebody does love you, and it's like somebody loves your courage. They love how powerful you are. There are people courageous. They're seeing your courage to be yourself. They're seeing how love has transformed your life. They're seeing, they're feeling love for you again. Beauty. Also your beauty. Somebody's noticing how attractive you are. Notice how you've changed through taking care of yourself and putting energy into loving actions and behaviors towards yourself. You've changed. It's like somebody still thinks you're beautiful. Somebody still thinks you're handsome. Somebody still has love in your heart for you, but they can't let something go because of something within themselves that they don't like to feel, that they don't like to face. They don't like to face this within themselves. Present. It's like something is happening where it's like somebody is finally being present with something from the past that's kept them anchor. It's like your power, your healing power to heal yourself is rippling out across space and time. Confirmation expansive. This energy is felt. It's felt in the quantum. It's pulling a thread. Okay. It's helping someone heal themselves and to stretch past their own perceptions that are holding them back. And it's like deep down inside, their souls are grateful that they get to begin something new. I found a reason for me to change who I used to be. A reason to start over new, and the reason is you. Reflect and believe. They're starting to reflect on the past. Forgive. It's like to forgive themselves for how they treated you, for how they treated a reflection of themselves. You're forgiving yourself for how things went down, for how you treated other people. I've found a reason for me to change who I used to be, and the reason is you. The reason is yourself and them. You're healing for yourself and for other people. Healing yourself helps other people recognize where they need to heal themselves. That's where I feel called to end this transmission. I love you guys. Check out my website, celtecreatrix.com. Leave a like, comment, share. I'll see you at the next video. Bye, guys.